somebody who's over 6 feet tall, who makes over 6 and 7 figures, who's strong and this and patient and all this shit. Everything my homegirls is and everything that my male fantasies is, put in one. Cool. What kind of person are you? Well, I be chilling. And do you make 6 figures? No. Are you sculpted in the gym? Or is your body extraordinary? No. Do you read a lot of books? Do you have a deep level of understanding of yourself? No. Do you have extraordinary friend groups? Are you like doing anything powerful in the world, or do you just work a regular job? Oh, well, I do. So it's like sometimes we ask for things that we're just eminently not qualified for. You're not willing to provide any of what you're asking for, but you're asking for it. This is kind of strange to me, only because don't you think we all want to be with somebody who is the best of the best? Why would you think that you can give life the bare minimum and get the best of the best? You know that hasn't worked in your job, that hasn't worked in your family, that hasn't worked with your personal health or your personal mental health. Why in the world would it work in your relationships? That's puzzling to me. But there are people out here that are thinking that way, like, yo, I'm gonna do nothing, but I'm gonna want and manifest and think about the best, and I'm gonna get the best, and I'm not gonna settle for nobody until I get the best. And God in the universe is giving you what you are. It's giving you more of like what you are. I know people who act like they only end up in toxic relationships, and it's like, bro, you only ended up in toxic relationships maybe because you're toxic. Have you ever thought about that possibility? How in the world do you keep ending up with these? You either have a type that's toxic or you're toxic. You like something that's happening here because you keep replaying the same level of the video game. Like, let that shit go. So I take that approach to life too. Like, yo, I can only get the best if I am the best. That's it. You can only get the gold medal if you're worthy of the gold medal. You know what I'm saying? There are other people out here that want the same things that you want, but they're actually willing to put the work in. What's yours is yours. I believe that. But if you're not who you're meant to be, then what's yours is yours probably can't even really come to you. Like it's all in line with the same, like, oh, God wants to bring you into this door, but you trying to bring somebody who don't belong into that door with you. It's like, no, bro, I can only bring things together that have synergy and harmony. I'm not going to bring you together if you're out of harmony. That shit don't make sense on any level. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. And it's the reality of the situation. You feel me? Let me see. You should be a life coach for real. People pay just to get the insight you're providing here. Lanaya, that's a fact. Maybe I should start a subscription service. Shameless plug. That quote is one of my favorites because I've been in that mindset these last 27 years I've lived. Right. Yep, he can be paid. I would pay. I'm here because I need to hear. I want to hear your music because your mindset fire. Thank you. Go on my page. There's a link in my bio to take you to all my music. Go and listen to it. My music is just as good as who I am as a person. I'll be listening to my own shit. I'll be like, yeah, this guy's saying something. This guy's got some pizzazz. I like it. That's how I feel. I'm a creative. I've been operating on an analytical side. Besides feeding it. Right. Book Queen, what up? But recently I've changed so much to better myself, but I couldn't have done it without my man. That's what's up. Hey, I support that and I love that. That's pretty fire. Let me see. Wait. Let me see. Sweet Pea said, so creative sides star, right? You right. The YT tweaked out. The YouTube tripping? What's happening over here? Sometimes this system just is not reliable. I don't know why. But thank you for telling me, Boo Queen. Yeah, IG too, but welcome back over here. Live music. Big facts, right? Shh. Don't draw no attention to me. I'm still incognito. This is funny. How much time have you spent alone before hopping into the next relationship? That's actually an interesting question, Myra. How much time have I spent alone? So my relationship recently ended. Like officially, it ended in the second week of January of this year, and so we're in the third week of March. So it's like a month and some change ago. Like kind of going on 2 months, I suppose. So I haven't jumped into another relationship at all, and I actually don't see myself jumping into a relationship like quickly. I would hope that I don't jump into a relationship quickly, honestly, because I find that a lot of people who like jump into something after they had just experienced something, they do it just out of a reaction. And I don't want to be somebody who's so desperate for affection that I'm making the wrong decisions. And I think a lot of people do that shit. Like I'm good alone. I can be by myself. As long as I can interact with people, like as long as I can socialize with other human beings. This is socializing. As long as I can socialize with other human beings, I think that I'll be okay. But yeah, I wouldn't want to jump into anything. So I don't, and to be honest with you though, here's actually like a deeper thing. And I thought about it this morning because I ended up having a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and it was cool. And she was like, "Yo, let's link up and let's like have a talk about life." And in my mind, I'm like, you know what? You really just gotta be in harmony with life, bro. That's really what it breaks down to. If you could sit and meditate and think about your life long enough and do your best to communicate with a higher power, something higher than yourself, you'll find that decision making becomes a lot easier, because waiting so long after a relationship can also be it can also be a trap. You know what I'm saying? You got to like really monitor how you navigate in this space. Because I could tell myself, yo, I just got out of a relationship this year. I'm going to spend the next year just being completely by myself. And then God sends somebody truly extraordinary to me tomorrow. And I'm like, pump the brakes, homegirl. I have no interest in you, because I told myself that I'm going to take a year for myself. You know what I'm saying? Chasing Smiles, thank you for the gift. Thank you, Chasing Smiles. I appreciate you. We got flowers on deck. I love flowers. Thank you for giving me my flowers. But yeah, I could easily fall into the wrong side of this by telling myself, oh, this is how I'm gonna navigate. You know how they say, there's a quote that says, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. And it's like, I'm gonna be by myself. So I end up coming across somebody extraordinary, not knowing it. And then I'm like, nah, get out of my way. Little did I know that was the relationship. That was the route that God pulled me out of my last relationship to make way for. And then me and my own egotism and ignorance is going to be like, get out of here. I know what is best for me. Da, 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 da. And then I end up missing out on something truly extraordinary. So I'm also conscious of that too. Like, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to allow whatever I'm supposed to be a part of to come and manifest itself to me. But I'm going to do exactly what I'm supposed to do in this time. I'm going to do the live streaming. I'm going to put out my music. I'm going to promote my music. I'm going to keep doing my live shows. Brand new show coming out April 12th. We got a live concert happening at April 12th in Miami at this spot called Salamander, a really dope professional sound space. Like, it's nothing like my last show. This next show is going to be extraordinary. Like, they got all the bells and whistles in there already. The venue is awesome, and it's going to be a vibe. We just dropped the tickets, so the tickets are on Eventbrite, and it's in the link in my bio too. So if you're in Miami, you want to come, or if you're in South Florida as a whole, you want to come, pull up to the live show. Come, and let's get it popping. It's going to be a great experience. It's just a vibe. It's happening Friday, April 12th in Miami from 8 to midnight, and pull up. But yeah, like, I don't want to fall into any of those traps. Like, I want to make sure that I'm like doing what's best for me. As long as you're doing what you got to do, you dealing with your own stuff. You're aware of how you feel. You're aware of like who you are in connection to the world around you and what your purpose and what your mission is. Then you're good. All you got to do is keep chipping away at that block, and whatever's supposed to come into your life is going to come in harmony. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to come in at a cross section where you have to make a decision between doing what's best for you or doing what's best for a relationship. And I think that those things should never be at odds. They should just be the same. Doing what's best for me should make the relationship better. If doing what's best for me is making my relationship worse, then that means that doing what's not best for me is making my relationship better. And that should automatically tell me that's not where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? If me and my girlfriend are both junkies, and then me saying, yo, I want to go to rehab. And it's like, oh, my girl's like, oh, you want to go to rehab? You about to switch up? We don't do the same drugs no more? Fine, leave. And I'm like, wow, maybe I can't get clean because, you know, I would end up losing my relationship. I don't want that. So let me stay in this dark place. No, that don't make no sense on a physical level. But the sad part is most people are not in that situation physically. Most people are in that situation emotionally and mentally. You know what I'm saying? A toxic relationship is a toxic relationship, whether drugs are involved or whether they're not. So some people psychologically can't rationalize that. Like, oh, you know, I'm in a toxic space. You like, no, you're resisting it. Like, no, I'm not in a toxic space. This is just love. Love makes people do crazy things. I don't, you know, I would know if I'm in a toxic relationship. No, you wouldn't. You don't know yourself. You're not taking time to tap into yourself. You're not educating yourself to actually see the signs of a toxic relationship. You in one and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And you're like so caught up in wanting to please your partner that you're not doing what's best for you. And you're so concerned about how they feel that you're not feeling yourself. And then you end up in this, like, you end up bogged down because you are doing exactly what that person is doing who's in the drug relationship, the junkie relationship. I'm afraid to get clean because I'll lose my partner. That's crazy to me. I'm afraid to do what's best for myself because my partner's going to leave me. Like, look at that on a sheet of paper. That don't make no sense. You should be able to do what's best for you, and it should enhance your relationship at the same time. Your partner should be happy that you're getting clean. Your partner should be happy that you're studying and researching yourself. Your partner should be happy that you're going to therapy. Your partner should be happy that you want to start a new workout regimen. Your partner should be happy that you're reading new books. Your partner should be happy that you got prospects for a better career change in the near future. Your partner should be happy that you want to leave the city that you're currently in so you can move to another city. No matter what that city is, we want to have a new life experiences. We want to have, like, I want to move to Vienna for a year. You know what I'm saying? I want to move to Milan. I want to see what Italy's like. Let's go live in Paris for 3 months. Let's Airbnb a crib out and let's do what we do. Let's Airbnb our house and use that money that we're making from the Airbnb our house to cover our mortgage, but also the little bit of profit that we make, let's use it to pay for our Airbnb in this other country. Let's work virtually and let's get the shit popping. Let's get money. Let's do content. Let's Uber out in that country. Who knows? Who cares? Let's just go, because this is the only life that we have. And if we don't go, we're never going to know what it could have given to us. Even if we go out there and straight catastrophe happens, it's still worthwhile, man. It's still worth going. Let's still go, because we'll never know what our life will be if we don't go. So yeah, a lot of people they don't really know how to separate themselves from something that just doesn't serve them anymore. And we got to have the courage as a whole to, like, say, yo, bro, this shit isn't serving me anymore. Let's keep on pushing. Sure, that's how you want to be treated. I'm going to go home and cry because you reading my life. No more bare minimums. There he is. I was checking like crazy an hour ago. What up, Jared? Welcome to the live. We all have these moments. He's speaking on this to us for a reason. I'm telling you, like, this is real shit. It absolutely is. I guess I need some water or something. Brianna says, you write about everything. You got to love your music or you can't expect anyone else to. That's a fact. I finished the book. I ordered the one you showed yesterday. Hey, Icy Angel's going crazy. Icy, what book you finished? You finished The War of Art? I'm telling you. Yeah, we proud of you. We like that. What's one reason y'all decided to separate? We just weren't seeing eye to eye. And we hadn't been seeing eye to eye for a very long time. I think I met her before I started investing my whole self into music. So I always saw that there was a, like, resistance in her when it came to my music. And I don't know where the resistance really came from, but there was always a resistance. It was never something that she just naturally and casually liked or naturally and casually supported. It was always something that I had to, like, this is what I want, and this is why I want, and this is how I feel about it, and this is what I like, and this is what I love, and don't you get it, don't you understand it? And I think that she was incapable of supporting me when it comes to the music only because of her own insecurities about it. And there are good amount that. I don't think that's specific to her. I think that any woman who dates somebody who's in the creative space, who has to naturally be surrounded by women of the opposite sex, whether we're doing a photo shoot, a video shoot, a live show, there's going to be women around, and these other women are going to see the same things that you see. They're going to see your partner shine in a certain kind of light that, like, you can't control. And so I think that it's a very real worry and fear for anybody, male, female, anyone. So I say that to say I just think that there was a natural hesitation in the music. And I probably do need to get some water. I think that there was, like, a natural hesitation in that, and it eventually, like, there was no way to fix that. It was something that never got better. It was something that was always like, I gotta either choose you or the music, and I could never do both of y'all at the same time. Like, you don't like being in the studio here. You don't, it's like it just always felt like this. No matter how many different approaches I attempted to, like, okay, let's do this approach. Let's do this approach. Let's do this approach. What about this approach? What about if you write a song with me? What if I write a verse for you? What if you, like, are a part of this with me? Because it requires so much. And if your partner is not invested in the things that's going to require a majority of you, eventually your psyche has to split. And you have to become two different people to satisfy the two different worlds that you live in. I had to become one person to satisfy my music, and then I had to become another person to satisfy my relationship. And then one would always get surprised at the other. When I came out and told people I was in a relationship, some people didn't even know I was in a relationship. I'm in a relationship for over, like, a decade, and some people didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? I go incognito a few days and fall off the water train. I go incognito a few days and he fall off the water train. Oh shit, something happening over here. Okay. I'm gonna find out what this means in a second. But if the person that you with don't support everything that it is that you're doing, not everything, but I'm saying, like, what you're doing for your career, your psyche has to split. And you have to become two people to pacify both of these sides of your brain. And it's tough. It's tough to do that shit. Like, it's tough to have to play two different people. And then one side gets surprised at the other side. This person, your relationship is going to be surprised at who you are when you out in the streets and when you got to do that. Oh, I didn't know that you acted like this and did that. It's who I had to be, and you weren't with me on this journey, so it's easy that you would be surprised at that. Because I'm learning and growing and changing, and creativity requires you to ask yourself a lot of questions that I'm not asking myself when it's just me and you watching a movie at the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it requires more of me here, and so I'm growing at a rapid rate on this side, but this side kind of feels like stagnant. And she had this habit of reminding me of how I used to be, and I didn't think that it really was good for my growth. Love your mindset and intelligence and how you share it to others so clear. Thank you, Lexi. I appreciate that. Man, I want to do my best, man. I don't know how this may serve other people, but if it can, then I want it to. I don't want to hold on to this experience and make it feel like it's useless to other people. I think that God gives everybody experiences, and those who are able to put those experiences and put words to those feelings can serve other people. I've been able to like avoid a lot of BS, and I've been able to do a lot of really good things in life by appropriating other people's experiences into myself. Through books, mainly. Through books, through tapes, through documentaries, I'm able to like appropriate somebody else's life experiences. And I can say, okay, cool, that's something that somebody went through. I don't got to go through that. The Richest Man in Babylon is one of the greatest books in the world. Towards the end of the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, the last 2 chapters are about, the whole book is about becoming wealthy. But the last 2 chapters are people who at one point in their life were slaves, and they worked their way out of slavery. And just the way that the story describes how these slaves work their way out of slavery, make work your best friend, is like extraordinary to me. The hustle that's involved, and then the like mental fortitude to say, I owe a lot of people money, and I'm gonna go face every person that I owe money to, and I'm gonna tell them, look, this is what I did, this is the situation I'm in, this is the plan that I have to make everything right. If you're with it, then you're with it. If not, then you can't be. But I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna regain my honor. It's about people who have to regain their honor. And I thought that was incredible. Like, but I'm able to like, now if I end up in a situation where I gotta admit something to somebody or confess something, thank you, ET, appreciate that. If I'm ever in a situation where I gotta face something that's uncomfortable, I always think about those last 2 chapters in that book. Them dudes had to face things that were crazy uncomfortable, you know? Crazy that you talk about this today. It's on my mind heavy today. No, real talk. Let me see, I know I'm missing some comments. Give me 1 second, actually. I'm gonna get something to drink. Look. Much better. Let me see. You need to find yourself again. A part of her is still in you, and you don't want that in the next relationship. Yeah, random talks are true. That go from life to galaxies to relationships to music be everything. Thank you, Just Jen. What's up? Morning, Just Jen. Just Jen, your song choices is top tier, man. We was playing Ego earlier today. It's just a vibe. You got to grow and be successful together, not pull one or the other down, right? Addicts aren't just drug related. I have addictions to sentiments and body chemistry transactions. Damn, that's some real shit. Yeah, someone verbalized to me recently that I'm a people pleaser. So I've been working on unselfish self-care. That's a bar. Lanaya says, someone verbalized to me recently that I'm a people pleaser. So I've been working on unselfish self-care. That's real. I ask this question a lot. What's the difference between self-love and being selfish? And everybody always gives me a different response, but that's dope. Love your mindset and intelligence. Right. I go incognito a few days and he fall off the water train. What does that mean? That's not true. If you're secure. Lanaya, thank you for the roses. That's not true. If you're secure, I don't fear that at all with someone in music. That's what's up, ET. Straight up. That makes sense, but it takes a bigger person to see that and respond the way you have. It takes courage. Right, Lexi? It's a fact. It takes courage in yourself. Lanai says, positivity and support of your partner is essential because their vibe can be contagious and showing you. That's very true. I was trying not to put myself over there, but now I see I got to maintain my role regardless. Testimony is key. Right, Lexi? Icy Angels, thank you for the heart. Hey, Icy, I appreciate you. Thank you for the hand hearts. Hey, 50% of the live goal. Icy, I appreciate you. Thank you, Icy. Lanaya, thank you for hearting me. I love it. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Icy. Thank you, Lanaya. Jared says, crazy to talk about this today. It's on my mind heavy today. Nah, it's real. Hey, beautiful people. What up, Nat? What's up? Welcome to the live. Nat up in here early, too, because it's early on the West Coast. Doom, 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 doom. Jerry has a, yeah, he hitting a lot of heavy hitters today, though. Right. Hey, Lovely, what up? He taller than the fridge. That's funny. That's funny, dog. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I'm quite taller than that fridge. That fridge ain't got nothing on me. The way he waved, that's me for real. I'm telling you. Why you ain't bring the drink back, sir? Cause I didn't. I thought about it, but then I didn't. You stopped drinking the water on live because I wasn't in the feed reminding you. That's real. That's real. Actually, I just got to go to the store and buy water. So I was drinking some lemonade a second ago, but I'm not proud of the lemonade because it's not the best ingredients. I really only had it because some friends brought it over, and so as soon as live goes off, I'm gonna go across the street and probably grocery shop a little bit. You stop drinking the water. You off the water chain. Oh, that's the water chain. All right, yeah, I'm tripping. Thank you for the prop. Absolutely, Lanaya. Appreciate you for being up in here. Yes. Let me see. Yes, I love studio time. Just co-wrote my first song. I'm excited to hear it. That's what's up, sweet people. Proud of that. That's what's up. When you get off, please check out Future and Kendrick. He did Coke and Drake in. Oh, yeah. You talking about? I'm seeing it all over the live. Like Kendrick bodied him. He said, not the top 3. It's just the top me. That's real. You have a light that shines the capacity of your soul. Thank you, Lanaya. I appreciate that. That means a lot. I would hope so, man. Like, I was blessed to have a good mother, bro. My mother showed me that you don't got to be an evil person to get your way in the world. You know what I'm saying? My mother just showed me, like, yo, bro, you can really be yourself. And you can navigate this space authentically without having to please nobody. I don't got to become you people. You know what I'm saying? I got to become myself, and I got to do what I was put here to do. I got to start listening to God more, bro. Like, and it's weird because when you talk about God, people think you talk about Christianity. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about God. I'm talking about there's a force out here that's bigger than you that's talking to you, bro. Listen to this shit if you pay attention. But if you get so caught up in keeping up with the Joneses, you're never going to listen. You're never going to follow your own path. You're not going to be able to chart your own course in life. Like, I hear God in my head. God will tell me to go to church, and God will tell me to listen. You know, like, oh, yeah, go to church is good for you, right? And then listen to certain people speak. But at the same time, knowing that my life I'm not supposed to be in the church. I'm not supposed to be a part of this. Like, I'm not supposed to be on the stage at the church talking that talk. However, you're still a messenger and you still got something that you got to say. You're just not going to say it in this place. What is that about? Because if I was only listening to this book and these people in this place, I would think that that's the only place that I could speak. That's the only place I could connect with people. But it's like, man, I can't do that shit because there's a whole army of people that are never going to come in here, bro. Never. For a lot of reasons. Because a lot of people have manipulated the word G-O-D to do a lot of heinous shit. So I don't blame nobody for wanting to stay up out the church. I barely want to be up in here. Let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it real with people, bro. You got to find them where they at. I remember being in high school and they used to bring these like speakers to the school. And I couldn't listen to none of these people, bro. Because I'm like, I don't feel like you live where I live. So I can't listen to you, bro. Like your shit ain't gonna work for me. You coming up in here trying to be a 5,000 role model or a business owner, just do this and just do that. It's like, bro, I feel like if I was to take you with this suit to my neighborhood, they would beat you the fuck up. Like you wouldn't say, so what am I supposed to do with this level of information? Like I can't do nothing with this. But then if I hear somebody who's talking that real stuff outside, like, oh, okay, this feels like something I can use in my immediate circumstance. Can't use some of that other shit. It's too far gone for me. I'm sorry. I'm happy that you grew up in the suburbs, but it's the reality. I can't do that. I can't just I could try, but I will be completely inauthentic to myself and where I actually am. I need something that can help me here. I love your mom. Her energy is her legacy. She always knew joy was a choice. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. And she was never afraid to be good to people, man. So that I get a lot of this love from my mother, because she showed me you could love people without being soft. You could love people without being a punk, without being weak. I could love you powerfully, strongly, passionately, and I'm still living in my excellence, homie. I'm still living in my greatness. You ain't taking nothing away from me just because I choose to be nice to you. And you got to have self-love inside of yourself to be nice to people. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are too nice and they allow themselves to be used. My mother wasn't on that shit. She like, I'm going to be nice to you to a point, but I'm not going to, you're not about to play me because I'm nice. You better get your ass out of here, because she will still slap the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's just a beautiful like balance that you can have in your life when you realize it doesn't cost me anything to be a good person to you. As a matter of fact, it helps me, you know, and I'm also not losing anything. I think a lot of people feel like they lose whenever they give to somebody else. It's like, I don't lose nothing. I heard this quote years ago and I put it on my first project. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. I'll repeat it for the people in the back. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. And I was like, man, that's such a bar, bro. And it was an image of a candle lighting another candle. And I was like, damn, yo, that's true. Chase and Smiles. Chase and Smiles, I appreciate you. And I'm like, yo, that's so true.